I wish you could see where I'm at right now. Let me see if I can capture it in low light. But man, the Mississippi coast is something else. You know, me being a big city boy, I would have never thought I would have come to live anywhere in the South, much less Mississippi. But I mean, surrounded by water. The temperature right now is probably in the low 70s. It's cloudy, you can't really see in the camera. But man, this is some perfect riding weather. It is so beautiful out. Temperature is beautiful. Riding conditions is awesome in the neighborhood. I mean, I couldn't be any more fortunate than to live where I live and be able to do what I'm doing. Night ride here in the neighborhood. Not a lot of street lights, so I don't even know how much of this you're going to be able to see, but just enjoying my Begode RS19. Just a casual ride. I'm not by any means trying to bomb out. It's weird because I think when it comes to the electric unicycle community, it's so much more prevalent in the big cities, and here I'm probably one of maybe 5 on the entire Mississippi Gulf Coast, and that's just me guessing. A lot of one-wheelers, a lot of people taking advantage of that, but you know, I kind of I got to the point to where I was trying to figure out which one I wanted most, the one wheel or a unicycle. And the one wheel seems really cool. It seems stable. It's, you know, I used to skateboard back in the 80s when I was a young teen. And, you know, not anything I'm unfamiliar with. Maybe having a motorized version of it would be a little different, but I'm sure I can get used to it. But after a lot of research, it just seemed like the electric unicycle was the way to go because of range, top speed. It's truly one of the most exhilarating things for me is just being able to just literally hop on my unicycle and go. And just this week, well, between last week and this week and today, which is Monday, I put over 150 miles on my wheel. That's not a lot when you think about it, but it is for me. I'm a very green rider. I'm very inexperienced. I've had no instruction on how to do it other than online tutorials, but no one there to hold my hand and say, hey, this is what you got to do. You got to kind of let your feet do this, or clench your butt cheeks like that, or whatever. I just kind of had to figure this whole thing out myself, and man, I tell you, it has been so worth it. 100% worth it. I've had nothing but smiles on my face for the entire time that I've been up and able to ride, because the learning process, yes, it was a steep learning curve, very, very, very steep learning curve. But looking back now, I would have done it 2 times over for where I'm at now. My ability to enjoy just this night ride in my neighborhood, you can't do this in a car, maybe in a convertible, but not with the amount of smiles, not with the amount of joy. It's just impossible to replicate in any other, for me in any other form of vehicle, electric or otherwise. So I'm super glad I bit the bullet and made the decision to buy this Begode RS19. I have the high-speed version. Not because, and I'm a big guy, mind you, I weigh 250 pounds. I'm not a small dude, but I didn't feel like I needed, that zippiness of the high torque version. I just felt like ultimately when I finally got to speed, I wanted to be able to go as fast as I needed to go to get where I needed to get. So I chose upon this one, and no regrets. I don't know this is my only, well, I've tried others, but this is my only true experience on a unicycle, so I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know how good or bad this is compared to any other ones, but I have been so happy with my wheel. So happy. Just nothing. I mean, okay, so there was one thing that happened. I kind of ate shit and my wheel went for a tumble and my Bluetooth disconnected, and it also sent my wheel into this weird tilt mode where I couldn't calibrate it. So I was super pissed off that I had a wheel for a month and I couldn't ride it anymore because it would always have my toes pointed up in the air, and this is impossible to ride that way. So I got with the guys at eWheels where I ordered it from, and they told me, hey, it might be this, and it was. So when I took it apart and reconnected that Bluetooth module, it just went back to joy. And at that time I was still able to ride a bit, still green, but I still was able to, go a few miles here and there. So I felt like once I learned to ride and then wasn't able to ride for almost a month, I felt like I was going to lose everything, but nope. I got right back on it and was able to pick up where I left off, and, here I am. So if you are out there and you're wondering, should I purchase one? And this is totally my opinion. If it is in your budget to purchase an electric unicycle, bite the bullet and do it. Because if you don't, you'll regret it later. So go ahead and do it, because there is so much joy that I have been experiencing riding this, that I want everyone to be able to experience that same joy. I mean, if it's in the cards to do so. There's a price to pay for everything, but they say money can't buy you happiness. Well, it can buy you an EUC, and I've been a happy dude since I've had mine. Just rolling through my neighborhood, seeing the Halloween lights, and just knowing that this is way better for the environment than if I were on like a moped or anything gas powered. I'm not one of those guys who's like hugging every tree I pass either, but for me, when it comes to efficiency, I don't have to leave the house to fuel this thing up. I can do it away from the house too. If I just bring my charger with me, I can charge this joker back up. Maybe not all the way back up, but it's up as far as I needed to. I've yet to have a need to recharge my EUC while I was out, and I've put 30 plus miles at a time on my EUC. So it's truly been a pretty awesome experience of feeling like no anxiety of range. And I've gone from Ocean Springs, Mississippi to Gulfport, Mississippi, almost Long Beach, Mississippi, and back. And my wheel wasn't charged when I left. So if you were to do the map, the Google Maps on it, it's 30 plus miles there and back. And no range anxiety at all. You know, it never slowed down. I was going a good click the whole way there and back. So it's been awesome. I've enjoyed every moment on this thing. And, you know, not that I do it for the looks or anything, but it's cool when people are like looking at you saying, "Oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever." And I always tell them, I was like, "Yeah, you should get one too." I mean, for me, it was the funnest purchase I made. So why not you join the community, take part in the fun? You know, to me, it's an investment. It's not even a purchase. It's an investment into my happiness, into my my well-being. You know, if it wasn't for this, there's no telling what else I would do. I mean, not that I do anything bad, but probably being on the couch doing nothing right now, which is not cool. So invest in your happiness. Even if it's not this, invest in your happiness. Find out what it takes to put a smile on your face and do it. It might not be something you have to invest in or put money into, but, you know, do what makes you happy. Anyway, I'm done rambling. Thanks for checking in and staying with me, and bye in the UC. Bye.